Jacob, hey, congratulations for Come Play.
Thank you so much.
I was just last night. I was just checking out some of your short films, which is pretty scary to watch in the middle of the in the middle of the night in the dark. So very David F. Sandberg like. Um, so tell us where the original idea came from, because we know it's from your short film Larry.
Yeah, so Larry, the short film, it was something I made with a bunch of friends in a parking lot. Honestly, it came out of I used to run this haunted house for many years, and I had this big stilts costume I had made with these big gangly arms and legs, and it was just sitting there, and I wasn't doing the haunted house anymore, but I wanted to still do something scary for Halloween, and so I got all my friends together. I used that costume that I already had, and I was like, let's put on a little show and make a short film. And luckily it got the attention of the people it got the attention of. Amblin wanted to make it into a feature, which I am incredibly grateful for. And really it was, expanding the world of this character of Larry and figuring out sort of who the most interesting people would be for that monster to affect and come into their lives. And so, really it was about finding interesting characters that would be impacted by their technology, even more than you and I would be impacted if a monster came to, hunt us in our technology.
Talk about the development, how you want to expand this world, because there was one thing that you did in the short film, and you kept a few of the stuff from your short film, but then you expanded into the world where you introduced like an entire family, an autistic child, and all this kind of stuff. Could you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the things I took from the short film were obviously the character of Larry, the monster, and the idea that he sort of contacts you through your devices. But I definitely, built up sort of the rules of the world and sort of what he could and couldn't do, because, that needs to last for 90 minutes instead of, 4 minutes or whatever the short film is. So the idea of like only being able to see him through your technology, for instance, was something that really led to a lot of, awesome suspenseful sequences in the feature. And then in terms of the characters and especially Oliver, who's a young boy on the spectrum, my wife actually works with kids on the spectrum. She's an early interventionist. And so it's a community that I've sort of had a very close, access to for a while and learned a lot about over the years. And so it's a character that I'd long thought sort of should be the star of a movie. This was the perfect marriage because, you want in a horror movie for sort of the people that the horror is happening to, for it to be the worst possible thing imaginable, right? And so, for Oliver, who's someone who uses his devices to communicate with the world, that's really the worst thing that could happen, is for those devices to turn on him. So that was the seed of the idea of Oliver, and then creating this sort of well-rounded family around him that, ultimately became this movie about communication and the family struggling to communicate and ultimately, needing to communicate more than ever because of this monster that's hunting them.
Excellent. Well, hey, Jacob, hey, congratulations. Hey, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Terrifying movie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.